Hello, hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. Really excited for today's live. Every day a new live, a new day. Good to see everyone coming in. So today I'm talking to Raageshwari. I don't really have to give her any introduction. Everybody knows her. She is an amazing singer, actress, television personality, and now launched her own books. And also talking to us about being grateful. I have to say, more than anything, I want to start by saying that she's just a lovely person. She's someone that I met briefly, and I just got the best vibes. And I think that when you really connect with somebody like her, we're very lucky, because they really bring and add positivity to your life. So I'm hoping that today she will do that for you as well. And I know she'll have a lot to share, and she's just amazing. So let me add her on. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
It's so lovely to see you, Shan. Am I fine? Can you see me?
Yeah, you want to lower the screen a little?
Is this better?
Yeah, better, way better. How are
Hi,
you?
Shan.
So good to have you here. Thank you for doing this.
My
As
pleasure.
I said, you are amazing.
Pleasure, and thank you so much for such a wonderful, kind introduction. But I really don't think of myself in all those dimensions because mummyhood just takes over. But we're
Exactly. I forgot
always
to mention that
entrepreneurs.
part. But I have to say, you are a person who adds a lot of positivity, a lot of great, good vibes, and whatever you're doing. Like when I posted that I'm chatting with you today on my Instagram, I had so many people inbox me saying, her vibes are amazing. I love her videos, and I love the way she talks. So it'll be great to hear you live as well today.
Thank you. Big hello to all your followers, your readers, your friends. It's lovely to be here. Yeah, because it's so important, to just spread that message, Shan, that it's all in the mind, because we're all so crippled by, negative dialogues or the kind of perceptions people place on us, and people waste a lifetime just consistently thinking about programs that others have given us. So it's time to really believe in ourselves. Everybody, all your lovely friends, Madhuda, Manasi, Rabs. so it's just wonderful.
Lots of people logging in, which is great. And thank you again for being here. And we have Colleen here as well. Hi, Colleen. How are you?
Colleen is such an inspiration as well. My goodness, it's so lovely. Lovely Bombay memories.
And how are you doing? You're in London right now as we speak.
I met you in London, isn't it, Shan?
Yes.
I'm we will be talking about affirmations. So for me, when I moved to London, the first thing was, how am I going to adjust to the cold? So it was an affirmation, because I would wear turtlenecks even in Mumbai. Your mama will tell you, will vouch for that. Like turtlenecks in Mumbai. I used to feel cold even in Mumbai. So when I came here, it was an affirmation that I'm brilliant. I'm a superwoman with the cold. So at this point, London is wonderful because it's sunny. The lockdown has just been lifted. But so we're being careful. With a toddler, you cannot really have a fireball, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, toddlers are licking everything. And here we are washing hands.
But I'm sure we're not used to this. We all don't know what kind of, what's going to happen, and we've never known what to do with something like this. We've never been through this before. So I think let her enjoy herself. And I think you're lucky to be in London. That's what I can say.
How sweet. At this point in time, Shan, I think we're just lucky to be alive and healthy. This pandemic is such a leveler that, London is no greater than, Paris. Paris is no greater than Mumbai. And for me, my heart is in Mumbai. Because
I know.
Mumbai
In fact, I want to start by asking you that. Firstly, lots of people are saying hello and saying they're all big fans of you, as am I.
Thank you. Aspirations. I can't see all the comments. Krippy, Shaza. Okay.
Lots of people saying hello and sending lots of hearts. But I want to start by asking you a little bit about your journey. Tell me how, you began, because you were in Mumbai, you were an actress, a singer, a television personality, and then you moved on to go to London. That's when we met, and you changed your path completely. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think the interesting bit of the journey is when I failed. The interesting bit about anybody's life, and sadly we don't teach that to children in schools, and we don't learn that. We love to tell everybody that we're successful. So I think the best part about my journey was when I failed at everything. As in, I had my facial paralysis, I had my first heartbreak, and a first heartbreak can be, so personal, isn't it?
Yes,
and
yes.
I lost everything in the bank because I had no professional work. And that's when my journey truly began. And what really do you fall back on? You fall back on what your parents have told you, because that's your inner dialogue. So that's lesson number one. We've got to really, really cleanse our inner world, make it so strong. So if the world was telling me something that you'll never get better and you've lost your face at your early 20s, or whatever it is that the outside dialogue comes, first thing, don't judge them, because they're doing their best and they don't know any better. Spend time in solitude. So for me, it was by default, Shan. I really, did not want to meet friends because I did not want to be reminded what I was going through. And so by default, I was always alone. And when you're alone, from Swami Vivekananda to all the greatest, scientists, psychologists have always said, spend time with yourself. And when I did that, you awaken your genie. And I just, there was a mind shift, and I said, okay, if I don't recover, what else can I do? So I did everything I could to recover, but I took away that stress, that anxiety, that what if I don't recover? And that's when, dreams start to manifest, because there was no pressure, there was no anxiety. And I just nosedived into meditation and mindfulness. And people shouldn't take stress as to, oh my God, I want to start this journey now, because, my parents, I grew up watching them meditate. So they worked with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. So they would just sit and meditate. Anytime they had problems, I remember financial problems, professional problems. As a child, I remember seeing my parents sitting in a corner and meditating. So I used to think my parents are really crazy, parents just sit quietly and meditate. So very calm. And a part of me would think they're weak because they don't fight back and they don't have a temper, because the world tells you that you're powerful if you have a loud voice, but it's totally the opposite. It's totally the opposite, because you have great power in just observing. And I learned it at the right time. I learned it at the right time. So they say, oh, she'll never learn this, but you learn it, as they say, the lesson is always there. The lesson's always there. It's when the student is ready. So I changed, Shan, at that point, losing everything, being a failure, making those mistakes. And that's when my journey began. And I really changed my inner dialogue, that you have to be successful according to the world's definitions, because each of the people who are streaming in right here is successful the way they are. But it's difficult for us adults to listen to this because of childhood patterns. I mean, in schools, we are never told we are successful the way we are. You have to be good in math, then you're good in math. You have to be amazing as an academic, then you're a success. If you're a backbencher, you're not exciting enough, you're not teacher's pet. So subliminally, we are programmed at a very young age, firstly, that we're not good enough. So we start to now please others, right? It's all about conforming. It's all about fitting in. It's all about getting Shan's love, my parents' love, my teacher's love. This is a very deep concept for us to understand, that, and we lose our authentic self. So right away, that's the first important lesson. You're perfect the way you are. And that from then on, you can be an entrepreneur and you'll be happy, whether you want to be married, you want to be a mother, or you want to be single. Then you'll make the right decisions.
Absolutely. And, I want to just take this chance to say, you've given such a lovely answer. And I love what you started with, which was when you failed, you did it. So, for example, people think that when they're down and out, you're down and out. But actually, that's your stepping stone to coming back and making your, And I love when you said that failure led you to this.
Yes. And you see, we don't celebrate, right? We don't celebrate failure. I mean, this is what I learned, that wow, once you mastered failure, you don't need to worry about anything. It was like, it doesn't define me. But when we fail in school, what happens? Kneel down, murga bano, all of that. I mean, pura, confidence nikal dete if you fail. It's such an intense word even for adults today. When a project fails or when you get rejected, what a difficult word for people to digest. But we have to train children. We can train ourselves as well, but to train adults, as they say, right? To mend someone who's broken, who's an adult, is difficult, but you can mend a broken child easily because our beliefs are so cemented. So, and today science proves, if there are skeptics who are saying, what is she talking about? No, science proves your brain actually builds neural pathways, new amazing techniques to think only when you fail. So it's very, very powerful. And Sarah Blakely, because you're all about networking, you're all about entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Look at Sarah Blakely. You know, Shan, when she became a success and they asked her, what do you owe your success to? You know what she said? She said, my father would have these amazing conversations with me. Every weekend he would tell me, Sarah, tell me, what did you fail at? Tell me what mistakes you made this week.
I've heard this.
So interesting. I mean, do we as teachers have this conversation with our children? As parents, do we have this conversation with our children? Or do we have that with our spouses? Tell me, what did you fail at? Because we need to love and appreciate and respect and embrace people much more when they fail. Because nobody really wants to fail, not that you're working towards it. Everybody wants to evolve and be a success. But we need to be accepted and not have that pressure, the worldly pressure.
You couldn't have said it better. We have a lot of people saying hello, and Madhu's here. Hi, Madhu.
Hello, Madhu.
My mom is here, of course.
She's such an inspiration as well.
Number one fan is
Muni, Gaurav.
A lot of other people. People are saying they miss meditating with you. They love you in Dunya, love you even more today. And where can they get an episode of your one-on-one with Raageshwari in Big Show, with Big Show?
Oh my goodness, that was, I don't know, that was like 140 years back. But it was so interesting doing a sports show. See, that's a power of the mind as well. I mean, like, really, do you want me? And I had very limited knowledge about sports. So I changed the concept. I said, can we talk about your personal life?
How nice. No, how nice. But you really are an inspiration. And I think that when people just talk to you, you say it like it is. I don't think you mince your words. And I think that you're okay to call out, like you said, you're okay to talk about failure. And I think many people need to be okay with that and really accept that. So when you start accepting that, I think a lot of change happens. I want to also ask you a little bit about mindfulness. How did you get onto this topic? You've of course written 2 books as well. I know the topics are a little different, but if you can just touch upon how what you wrote about and launching your books also kind of
so mindfulness is so powerful. But it's a journey. I mean, right in the beginning, it did not interest me because mindfulness is basically being present. Like right now, I'm with Shan. Nothing else matters. So not worrying about the past and not worrying about the future. So all your followers, it will be interesting for them to know that we think around 60 to 75,000 thoughts a day. But science proves that 80 to 90% are negative or repetitive. So there's again childhood patterns. As children, we've always reminded, don't forget, you failed, you're not studying, do you want to fail again? So it was always about not, being present. We're always asking children, hurry up, let's get there. Listen, you'll be happy when you come fast. You'll be happy when you become a corporate, guy with a corporate office. You'll be happy when you get married. So happiness was always a destination. Children naturally, toddlers especially, are mindful. They're very present. In a party. They're playing with mud, totally playing in mud. You fire them, after a second, they are happy and they embrace you. They have a fight with a friend, tomorrow they'll be best friends with them.
Yes.
So mindfulness basically is, in simple terms, being like a toddler. So today, if we have an altercation, tomorrow it shouldn't matter. While we judge people by our past experiences, and in doing that, we end up, losing amazing choices. We end up losing the kind of opportunities that life, because the world is basically all about positivity. That's why we heal. That's why trees grow naturally. But we, base it on our past experiences and worrying about the future. So, it took me time to get into mindfulness. It's still work in progress. But what really excited me in the beginning was mind power. So affirmations, gratitude, vision boards, all that excited me. But ultimately, the basis of everything is being mindful. So that means zero judgment. The moment, even if someone hurts you, you don't really judge them. You understand that this is the best he or she knows at this point. Perhaps they've had a childhood filled with that. And today science proves, right, Shan, this is so important for us, because as entrepreneurs, if there's one thing you should learn, is to never feel bad about someone telling you something negative. In the same way, don't let compliments get to you as well, because when you are kind to me, it reflects that you're in a kind place. If you've said something negative to me, it reflects that sadly you're in a negative place at this point. Doesn't make you bad. So, and it's all got to do with childhood patterns, what you were exposed to as a child. So that is the essence of mindfulness, that you slowly get to a place where I just don't judge you, even be it a relationship, if it breaks, if you've had someone break your heart, because even that's a perception. Nobody really starts with a relationship. Shan, I'm going to date you, and after 2 years I'm going to really break your heart. So you'll get to that place.
That's a lovely thought, because even I was taught this, I heard this somewhere a couple of years ago, when someone told me, why do you feel bad when somebody says something negative to you? Or why do you feel bad when somebody hurts you? Because it's obviously something they are going through. And when you think of it like that, you're just like, okay, this is not my thing to deal with. This is not on me. Let them, they have to sort themselves out. And when you think of it that way, it just gives you a lot of more positivity, because you're not like
it liberates you.
It
liberates you from the chains of that inner dialogue. Why did he do that? Why did she say that? Did I do something wrong? No, you just forgive. It's good for you. It's important for you, and it's also really liberating for your inner growth. And that's when you'll have these amazing, simple, clean, healthy vibes, like a toddler.
Absolutely. And the book you've written, of course, congratulations on that. And that is 11 Practices of Mindful Parenting, right?
So building a happy family, yes.
Yeah. How's that been? What was your experience writing it, after launching it, and how does it correlate with children?
Thank you. So thank you, Shan. I started, the journey almost 20 years back. And at that point, of course, I didn't want to write a book. I did not even know I was worthy to write a book. But as, I shifted and I came here, I met the Penguin team. And it was interesting how, being a mother, and I became a mother at the age of 40, again, a miraculous story. And I realized, how schools, how parenting is all driven towards the child, that we need to teach them something, we need to regulate them, we need to control them, we need to discipline them. So, and I was of the outlook that, my goodness, we don't need to discipline anyone. Everybody has their journey. And I believe that parenting is about bringing up the parent. That's why the word is parenting. And being really kind to yourself. Because we really cannot be loving and kind and happy with anyone. It would just be a facade. It wouldn't last a lifetime if we are genuinely not loving and kind to oneself. And that's so important in parenting. And people may think, on the surface, that is this a parenting book? But it's all about each of us, because we have a family living within us. I take a project to you, there'll be like a little Raageshwari coming and say, Krishna, don't do that. Don't you remember you failed? There'll be someone, hey, listen, take your commerce very, seriously. Oh my goodness, you'll never succeed. Oh, this can never do well. All of these different personalities. And it's all about really understanding your inner voice, your inner, and that's when you can have an easygoing family, a loving family. So on the surface, it's all about mindfulness. It's about mindfulness techniques. But on a deeper level, it's talking about childhood patterns. It's linking it to spiritualism. The book is talking about the Panchatantra era. But why did they really take 0 to 7 in a human being's life so seriously? And today science proves that it's the template to our life, to our adult life. So there's great depth in the science, in our ancient wisdom, not just Indian wisdom, ancient wisdom all across the world. They had amazing, wonderful insights. Hi, Sonal. Such lovely messages. Thank you, Sonal
There are lots of
Rambani. Love
people
you too.
messaging actually. We've got someone who says, I'm gaining so much from this conversation. Thank you so much. Hello, Raageshwari. Thank you for being so positive and great with your thoughts. So much to learn from you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I've lost your... Sorry guys, I'll just add Raageshwari back. Instagram, I think, is overloaded. Can you hear me? Yes, better.
Can you hear me?
Internet connection maybe, because you're going and coming. Can everyone hear her? Can everyone
that?
I can hear you. Lovely. I can hear you. This is great.
Yes.
Okay. So I was asking you, during COVID-19, it's been tough. I think a lot of people in India are, finding it very tough to deal with their emotions, a lot of negativity. People don't know what's next. People don't know what's coming up. So is there any way that we can deal with that in a more positive way and through mindfulness? Any techniques that you suggest? Oh no, I can't hear. Can everyone hear Raageshwari? If you can, just give us a thumbs up. I think I can't hear you actually. It's okay. It's an Instagram glitch. Sometimes Instagram this happens. Should I just quickly add you back? They can't hear you. People are saying no. No, Colleen also says no, can't hear. You want to just say hi and see if they can? Yeah, it could be your connection. So she says, let's blame it on London. I agree. Give me a second, guys. Bear with us. This is a really fun conversation. And we have some cool stuff coming up. Now? Better?
Gosh, I'm so sorry about this.
I can hear you. Yay!
I just hope it stays this way.
Yes, we can hear you. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. People are saying, yes, blame it on London.
Yes. So let's, without, I really want to value everybody's time and yours. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah. So talking about COVID, and were you talking how we can...
Basically, I feel like people are too negative, and I'm noticing a pattern where I'm talking to friends who are sometimes like very negative. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. So are there any techniques in mindfulness that could help?
Absolutely. Well, mindfulness is simply all about meditation, right? It's about really observing. It's becoming the observer of your thoughts, as in stepping outside Raageshwari and then just thinking, what is she thinking? Oh, she's sad. Oh, she's happy. Oh, she's really excited. Why is that important? Is because whenever we think a negative thought, Shan, we instantly, put up fear and anxious hormones. And that's when the brain just gets this message to either fight, flight, or freeze. So it shuts down motivation centers. And that's why we get into this negative dialogue and do not even realize, because we're on this autopilot, because it's a catch-22. So when we get into a mindfulness practice, we actually observe our thoughts and we do not get emotionally engaged. When we don't get emotionally engaged, the brain is not getting those impulses. And hence, we don't produce the anxious or fear-related hormones. Yeah. So it's very important that we first get into the habit of observing our thoughts, because most of us are on autopilot. Simple exercises that you can do is breathing. But when you're anxious, we cannot step out. I believe in India. In India, we're still in lockdown. You go and immediately look at the beautiful blue sky. Nature, we are subliminally hardwired to love nature, to seek solace in the greens and the sky because of our history as cavemen. So it's so interesting. People don't remember how happy we feel when we just look at the sky or look at trees. And if trees is difficult, just look at the sky. Drink water when you're anxious, get into brain hacks. You have amazing kinesthetic exercises. Do that. So you have these anchors. We all need anchors. Affirmations is a very powerful way to immediately, reboot, to think, I'm thinking negative thoughts. This is not my reality. Observe your mental diet. It's so important at this time. And what do I mean by that? Well, first thing you wake up, the way you start, the way you set your day. So when you start your day by looking at the newspaper or social media for that matter, it's so important you let the outside world come in. While you don't need to do that, you need to make your inner world so powerful, because here I am trying to tell you that you are brilliant. You don't want the world to believe in you. You want one person to believe in you, and that person has to be you. So that voice has to be so powerful. So it's a mental diet. What is it that you're hearing? What is it that you're seeing? What is it that you're speaking? This is your mental diet. So enhance that, and you will see a shift in 24 hours. So you've got to just say, I'm not going to be a part of gossip. Sorry. Because what you give, and then what happens is reticular activating system. Your brain says, this person loves gossip. So there you go. You'll then start attracting people who will tell you, hey, I heard this about you. Hey, I heard this about you. It's like, oh my God, why are people talking about me? There you go. You just completely don't vibrate at that energy. And I'm sorry I say these scientific words because there are so much work. When you go into metaphysics, Einstein said it beautifully. Match the frequency of what you desire. So to businesses, who's into whatever they're doing, because even running a family is a beautiful business, right? You want to make it a success. So focus on the outcome. What is it that you desire? Peace at home. What is it that you desire in your marriage? Loving, harmonious relationship. What is it that you desire with your children? Them being, happy, resilient, agreeable with you wherever it's important. Observe that, focus on that, meditate on that, affirm that as an affirmation as you create that. I'm so grateful that, my children, harmonious relationship. So that's, you could bring it into yours, but mental diet during this lockdown, during this pandemic is so important, Shan.
Yes, most important. Absolutely agree with you. Thank you for that. That was lovely. And for all those people commenting, when I introduced Raageshwari, I said she needs no introduction. You all know her. But the positivity and the beautiful soul that she is, I'm so happy that people are commenting saying she speaks so sweetly and she's such a lovely person. Love her positivity, because that's what I love about you. And I think that's why I resonate with you so much, because you really exude positivity. And I want to ask you, the next thing I want to ask you, you mentioned affirmations. Is there a way to practice affirmations daily? Do I just say them out loud? Do you write your affirmations?
It's so powerful. So for example, when someone breaks your heart, when someone rejects a business proposal, when a friend has a bitter fight with you, what is the inner dialogue? What is it? Observe that. And that itself is an affirmation too. So affirmations are not just positive. Consistently what you say becomes an affirmation. Why is this important? Because each word has a frequency. Each word has an energy. When we consistently say it, it creates this amazing energy that sends impulses to the brain. And that's when the alchemy changes. The brain says, aye, Captain, and it will immediately send those chemicals into your body. Since it's very important to empower ourselves with a positive dialogue. So someone breaks your heart, you could say, never going to forgive that person. Or, people even say even more dramatic things. You could say, well, the entire emphasis on relationships is so wrong. We think relationships should be successful. My personal worth is all about if I'm married, if I'm happily. So all of that, it doesn't make sense at all. Relationships are all about growth because they're so personal. They teach us lessons like nothing else can. So
Yes.
if it breaks up, you say, okay, great, I want to focus on the good points. Yes, it's difficult right now, and I'm going to go through closure. I'll be happy, but I can only move on if I let go. So affirmations can be, I wish to, thank the universe for the relationship, for the time it lasted, and now I'm open to my healing, because you have to heal before you start another relationship. Otherwise,
Yes.
you'll never learn your lessons. So how do you bring about affirmations into your life is make it as creative and simple. So for example, if someone is seeking a relationship, right? They're single and they're seeking a companion. They feel they're ready for a companion. You would say, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always important to start with gratitude because it's a trigger for the brain to say, let's receive more. So you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm open to receiving a companion who physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually nurtures me. Or if someone is seeking a financial, lucrative job or an opportunity, thank you, thank you, thank you, dear universe. I'm open to, amazing opportunities where I can peak in my potential as a professional. So you're creative. You can create your affirmations as long, and a little bit of future as well. For example, why only not present is you could be really suffering in physical pain. Perhaps you're not well and you're recovery. So it wouldn't work if you say I'm grateful because I'm fully recovered. It would completely contradict the reality. While you could say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, I can hear you. Can everyone hear her? Hi, I can hear you. I can hear you. They can hear you. Say something. No, we can't hear you. We're grateful for today's conversation. Okay, we can hear you.
I hope so. Forgive me, everybody.
No, I was saying I'm grateful for today's conversation. Bring it back. Everyone's loving it so much. I was trying to use this immediately.
Hi, Pavan, Kiran.
You've got a lot of people saying that, someone actually said, thank you for this because I needed this today. And I think that your positivity and you adding like gratitude to everyone's life. So a lot of people are saying yes, and they're enjoying.
And gratitude. Thank you. And gratitude is so, we've always heard, right? Our elders say that, but gratitude is so scientific. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
The way, if you know how it works, and it'll be difficult in the beginning if someone is really going through a hard battle in their life. And we all go through those phases. It's like, God, it's very difficult for me to be grateful. That is the time to really sit and say, I'm grateful for my nose, because it's a miracle for many people. I'm grateful for my 2 eyes. It's a miracle for many. I'm grateful for my ears. Many people cannot hear. I'm grateful for my legs. So start really small, and you'll realize, observe that. That's where mind comes in. Hey, I'm feeling a little better. I'm feeling a little better. Because you decided we talk about this, that when I was facially paralyzed and, heartbroken and no career and all of that, my mother would keep saying, be grateful. I would get really upset. What are you talking about? I don't want to be grateful. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm frozen again.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you though. Yeah. We can hear you. I can hear you. Can hear you. Hey Instagram, hey internet, why are you doing this to us today? We are having the best conversation and people are getting, Instagram is not on our side today.
Oh,
can hear you
I'm
now.
So sorry.
No, I can hear you.
This has never ever happened. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's a collective energy. Don't worry, everybody. It's going to be fine. Let's put the collective energy. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know, we're continuing the conversation of gratitude. You need it the most when it's difficult to be grateful.
Yeah.
And you know, my mother would just tell me, I know at this point you think you have nothing. Can we get you electrical stimulation in the hospital? I was like, no, Mom. I don't want to go out, and you know what you're doing? It's going to be so difficult for me. So please come with me. I was such an important thing. I just did that because I did that to please my mom. You know how mothers can emotionally blackmail us. I said, fine, I'll go to the hospital. Covered myself, and I went there. And when I went there, and I actually saw the people who are actually paralyzed, neck down, you know, paralyzed in the leg.
Yeah. Can't hear you. Hi.
Hi.
The internet, everyone's waiting for every answer of yours, and they're just like, no sound, can't hear, no sound. But let's give it a try. Sorry about this. I think it's the internet, Instagram altogether.
Apologies. Well, they tell me in this building that we have like the most amazing internet.
But it could just be the day everyone's on the internet together, so possible. Yeah.
So where did you hear it from?
So you were saying your mother took you to the hospital and you saw other people that were actually paralyzed.
Yes, so that's when, you know, everything shifted, Shan. When I realized here I was complaining about just a paralyzed face because we're so oriented with the way we look. That's when I realized, you know, what kind of problems am I worried about? I mean, look at them. You know, they paralyzed neck down. They paralyzed for the second time in their life. They've had a stroke. Some of them have been told, please leave the home because we can't look after you. You're paralyzed again. That's when you shake up and you say, God, I'm so grateful. So on a daily basis, people must learn to have, you know, perspective in life. Turn on the news in the afternoon, and I'm not talking about the fear-inducing news, but talking about, my goodness, this is happening in Afghanistan, this is happening in Darfur. We don't even have to go that far. What's happening in the outskirts of your city? You know, there are people who I mean, there are so many problems that you can think. You don't have to, you know, go outside your city, and you'll realize. So we're very privileged. And I was talking about, you know, this particular who had a parent who passed on, and sadly she was saying, I can't be grateful. So I understand that there's a time and place when gratitude comes in, but perspective is so important. And then I told her about this situation in Afghanistan where there was this woman who worked so hard. For 7 years, she traveled from one city to the other just to make sure that she could meet the doctor to help her in her conception. So she finally, after 7 years, she and her husband could have a baby. And then would you believe, came to Kabul for the delivery. And she spent not even a couple of hours with the baby. And the baby was shot in an attack. So she lost the baby that she worked for 7 years to have. She carried the baby and she spent with the baby. So this is what's happening in our world. And I'm not saying that we focus on this. We should be aware of this because it immediately puts us in a place like, wow, I have a lot. And from that place, now visualize your dreams. So you create your foundation that you have a lot anyways. From that foundation, whatever you have in your life is a huge bonus. And what happens? You become a person, right? You become like a tree with lots of fruits. That's where you'll attract all the birds. So you want to be a happy person where people are happy to speak with you. They feel, I know that she can't hurt me. She's a kind person. He's a kind person. People want to work with you, associate with you. And that's when your energies are open to attract miracles. It's so scientific. It's actually scientific. While our wonderful elders kept telling us this, but it took me a lifetime to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, your mom would tell you many times in many different ways, but it came to you much later in life. So whatever age it comes to you, whenever it comes to you, I think that just having the awareness of gratitude, of being thankful, and like I've been very reading up a lot about it, and I think that being grateful every single day for whatever situation you are in is the best thing you can do. Wake up every day with the feeling of gratitude. I want to ask you also, you spoke, I was watching one of your Monday sessions and you spoke about the power of gratitude. Do you think the power of gratitude and the law of attraction are very similar? And I'm sorry I'm asking an extremely basic question, but I wanted to see when people listen, is that when I am grateful and I'm thankful for every small or big thing in my life, I'm basically attracting more to me, right?
Yes, and it becomes a prayer. It becomes a prayer. So, for example, when the doctor told me that you're not going to have a baby, yeah, you have a retroverted uterus and you have, severe thyroid and, your endometriosis, all of these names, they send you that. What is your inner dialogue? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. Oh my goodness. I can't, right? That's your inner dialogue. You stop that. So mindfulness is key. You become the awareness and you say, I'm getting into that inner dialogue. Sorry, this is not my reality. My inner world believes in miracles.
Yeah.
I'm going to consistently believe in miracles. So what happens is you create an affirmation, and now when you pray, whether it's in front of Allah Ta'ala, you do your namaz, or you go into the church, or you go into a temple, or at home near your altar, now you create that affirmation. Dear universe, thank you, thank you, thank you. I welcome my beautiful baby who's healthy and happy. Now leave it to us whether you conceive biologically. Leave it to the universe, because what happens is your perception will change. You'll become so in tune with what you're saying, but make it a consistent practice. So what you said, Shan, is brilliant. You connect an affirmation with gratitude. So if you're seeking a job, you create an affirmation and be grateful for it already. It tricks the brain into thinking you already have it. Whether you're a partner, you create an affirmation, be grateful. Whether you see harmony at home, if you're having, people live in such caustic environments where many people come and tell me, I'm very peaceful, my wife is not, I'm very peaceful, my husband is not. Don't worry, we cannot change anyone. That's your place to grow. You start your affirmation and gratitude, you create your energy that's so peaceful and so powerful. Even if your spouse fights, will now never fight in front of you, because your energy will not attract it. Your energy will not, allow it. It's science. That's why they say, right, there's no vacuum in your life. You lose something, you'll immediately gain something. It's true. Cannot say it any better than this, but the greats always say that, yeah, you will get it. You will get. Hey, Zebu. Okay, lovely. I'm so happy.
Lot of people are commenting. They're saying thank you. Of course, my mother says you've always been a good soul, and I agree with her. Somebody else says what you give to the universe, you get back. Good learning. Very true. Thank you for this. You truly are an inspiration. Solar Rambani, she says her son is saying hi. He's 4 years old. His name's Kabir. How sweet.
Hi, Kabir.
So we've got even Imran is here, and he says such a good feeling to see Raageshwari after so long. Very excited
it's
to see you.
Oh wow, he is so positive and such a big influence in my life, Iman, right? He's really just helped me. Big hugs.
Oh, lot of people
amazing.
are saying, hey Raageshwari, we love you. We love your calmness. I agree, I love your calmness. And of course, everyone's always been a fan. So if you want to say a quick hi to everybody, giving you
loads of love. Sheetal from Ludhiana, Pooja, Rishti, thank you. What was that? Sorry, I missed you.
Kiran, so right. I've always been a child. Since childhood, I'm a fan of Raageshwari and thought, will I ever be able to connect with her?
Oh, Sneha, thank you so much. Zebu, Anuradha, Tandan, Rahul.
Okay, we lost your voice. We lost your sound. So good to see everyone saying hi, hello. She is extremely inspiring. We got you back.
Hi, Queens. Will we be able to join this session? And so hopefully, will we be able to have the content? Okay.
And I'm saving it, so this will be saved and shared on my IGTV. So
Oh
don't
my
worry
goodness.
about that. But I want to ask you one question while we have your voice and we have the sound. Is a little bit about what kind of mental diet do you follow? Because I love that word, having a positive mental diet. And I think that I'm going to club two questions. A mental diet helps you with a positive mind, which helps you with overall positivity in your life.
And that's a lovely question. Again, I'm going to answer yours and also about visualization. Yes, so visualization, yes, as someone had asked me, absolutely, it's come true. But let's answer what lovely Shan has asked us, my mental diet. Shan, I also have a 4-year-old, right? And in India, or in our part of the world, be it Pakistan, be it Bangladesh, our culture there is very driven by entertainment on TV. So when I was reading and learning my entire journey, I wanted to make sure that, for the first 7 years, it was all about really enhancing little Samaya's inner world. And that helped me do the same too. So my TV is very limited. It's always by appointment. In the sense, I decide what I want to see, when I want to see, so I'm conscious. Because what happens is when we have a TV and a remote, it starts to really play up. It's a technology that's made for addiction. It's made by geniuses. So that's why it's so addictive. Our phone is addictive. It woos you. And really? You don't know, you've spent an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours and you say, God, I had to do so much. So first thing in the morning, I just focus on my vision board. I have a vision board right in front of me, and I focus on my 5 senses, as in what I see. I see something I love. I hear something I love. That means chants. I smell something that I love. It could be flowers. It could be my little child or my husband. I must say that. He'd be like, what? You don't like?
Yes.
Taste something that I love. It could be a kiss. It could be a kiss. It could be, just dry fruit, whatever it is, whatever gives you comfort first thing in the morning. Touch something. So you awaken all your 5 senses. Very powerful, especially if there's anyone who's suffering from depression, because most of the time they don't, why am I suddenly feeling low? Uh-oh.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. So the problem is if I restart the live, I lose the content. If I restart the live, I lose the content. That's why I keep adding you back instead of restarting. Yeah.
Your wish is my command. I wish.
So okay, luckily we're 2 patient people and calm people. So this is working. Thank you. And sorry about this. I don't know why it's happening today.
So sweetheart, continuing about the mental diet. So
you were saying you wake up in the morning and these are the beautiful things that you do. Yeah.
Very important. So you awaken all your 5 senses. Anyone who has depression, anxiety, panic attacks, very important to enhance your 5 senses, because you don't know, why am I feeling low today? Immediately see something that you love. Think of something that you love. Hear something that you love, smell something that you love, taste something that you love, touch something that you love. There you go. You've set the day on a fantastic level. Then you look at your vision board. Hopefully everybody, entrepreneurs, and y'all must create a vision board. Because when I talk about meditation, everybody runs away. They're like, when I'm meditating.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot.
When I'm meditating, oh no. And it's quite interesting because India always kept talking about meditation. Then it took Madonna and Sting. We would see them meditating. It must be cool. Madonna is meditating.
Yeah, so true.
So I cannot tell you how powerful meditation is. Whatever you see, when you close your eyes, becomes so powerful. So close your eyes and visualize that amazing partner that you wish to have in your life. Close your eyes and visualize that baby that you wish to have in your arms. Close your eyes and visualize the harmony in your home and do it on a constant basis. Make a snapshot in your mind. See that picture daily. And now awaken that picture. 5 senses. See it, smell it, hear it, taste it. It's scientific. I mean, if NASA is doing it, if Olympic champions are doing it, if science is telling you it works, we've got to do it. It's so powerful. And India knew this. I mean, Swami Vivekananda kept talking about it all the time. Close your eyes and see what you desire. And you will see great changes in your life. So that's what I do first thing in the morning. I'm an early riser, Shan, because, having a toddler and I don't have any care. I look like a person who sits and says, ye lao, wo lao, not at all. I'm someone who, really does everything. I cook 3 meals a day. I look after Samaya. So I love my mornings. So I'm up at 4 or 4:30 in the morning. And that is my time to really work on my inner world. Then I answer my emails and I do a workout if I feel like. Most often I do, running around during the day. But I finish everything related. So your mornings are very, very crucial. And science proves it, and I'll tell people why. So they experiment with chess players. They said, let's see, how do these chess players make the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And they realized that in the morning, they made decisions very accurately. And in the afternoon, lunch, they made decisions very fast. But they were not accurate. They were impulsive. Why? Because the brain is consistently making decisions, even when you're thinking, what should I wear? Even when the brain is thinking, oh my God, what should I eat? These are decisions for the brain.
Yes.
So the brain gets exhausted post-lunch, and then it's like, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So when you really want critical thinking, and especially entrepreneurs, people who want to start a business, or women, I mean, or men who are, home carers, who are looking after children at home, there are so many things that you need to think of. Prioritize them, finish that in the morning. So your mornings start off like a winner, and your life, your day is like your life in mini. So don't worry about, I will start this tomorrow, I will start this. No, it's got to be today. You have to make each day perfect. Timetables work. I love timetables, but timetables remind us of school. So they're like, we're on ball. And this is your free time. Now just think, do nothing. Give your time, give yourself the time, to do nothing. Very, very important.
Wow, really inspiring. 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember the last time I've woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's a practice. You don't need to force that. I mean, there are some amazing people who wake up really late. Don't worry about that. I have to do that because I don't find the free time. My child then hijacks 7 o'clock if she's up. It's my little monkey. There you go. I'm running, changing clothes and packing tiffins. So all my focus time is my time in the morning, and not maximizing my potential.
Absolutely. We have questions from people asking if you do one-on-one sessions. So I don't know if you do, therefore I'm asking you.
Yes. So I have my lovely budding business, that I started, which is Unicorn World Events. And so they can, DM us, or they can email us at contact@Unicorn World Events. And I do one-on-one, sessions. It's mostly for corporates and for companies, but I do definitely help a whole lot of individuals as well. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So guys, you heard that. Please DM her, and Unicorn World Events is a great place to get in touch as well. I'm going to ask you one last question before I move to your book quickly, because we only have 1 hour on the live. Do you have a vision board, and is that something you go and look at every morning?
We wanted to say that. I cannot tell you how powerful vision boards are. Is dots with vision boards. Now, I'm so concerned. I hope, our connection is perfect, but I'm looking at the Albert Bridge, and my balcony faces the Albert Bridge. Albert Bridge was on my vision board 20 years back. And let me tell you why vision boards work. They work very powerfully when you're not desperately attached to them. So put up your dreams, put up your goals. This is what I look forward to earning on a per month basis. This is what I what I visualize my relationship to be like. Put up that picture. be it your health, your physical, health, your mental health. What is it? Are you happy? Are you, happy to be alone? You're going for amazing walks, you're enjoying a meal by yourself, whatever it is that matters to you, because my vision for my life is very different than what you put that up in pictures. Why is it important, Shan? Because every picture is like a GPS for the brain, and during the day, the brain is getting so much data. I may look at garbage cans, I'm throwing the garbage out, I'm looking at electricity bills, I'm going out grocery shopping, I'm cleaning Samaya's clothes, I'm doing laundry. All of that is data. So, and then I have goals. I want to write a book. I want to have a lovely chat with Shan. So now these are, say, your bigger goals. They get diminished where the mind and the space to occupy maximum space. Consistently seeing it, it's reminding you, this is your goal. This is the check. This is the job. This is the relationship. This is the miracle baby on a daily basis. Keep those vision boards everywhere. Create a tangible one with pictures. And then, you can click pictures and put it on your phone, put it on your laptop. And every day when you meditate, now it will become, a photographic memory. You close your eyes, you'll see the vision board, see it, smell it, taste it, hear it, touch it. So you awaken it, you make it like a 3D and release it. I'll tell you a fabulous, incident. So when I got married, my husband's a QC, so doing really well. And he's telling me, really, does this really work? You put up pictures and it comes true? And I'm saying, no, it's deeper than that. Because when you put a picture, it actually fuels you. It changes the alchemy in your body. You become the person who will walk the path towards these dreams. So he would, think like she's saying things that don't make sense. So I said, okay, listen, you're doing human rights work. He's an international law barrister as well. I said, so the greatest thing would be a Nobel Peace Prize? No, I don't want to talk about how are you thinking I'm going to win a Nobel Peace Prize? I said, okay, is it not a dream? So if you get it, will you give it away? He said, no. I said, there you go. We have to be open to dreaming big. Yes. We've been told, right? We are made to feel ashamed of having big dreams, Itna upar mat chado, right? Things that we
Very true.
I want people to dream big. Come from a humble place. Appreciate your friends and their success, and now dream big. Whatever you desire. People have different dreams. Not everybody wants to be on stage. Not everybody wants to. So whatever your dream is precious for you. You think about it. So I told him that, and he said, okay. So I made a vision board for him because he was so. Uh-oh.
Yes, I didn't hear you though. Let me add you back. Guys, I hope our live doesn't end. It's an hour. Hi. Okay. Just waiting for her to come back on. Almost. The vision board, so well explained. Yes, Malika, a fab session indeed. Thank you for being here, everyone. It's been an inspiring and learning session for me as well. Hi. Hi. I can see you. I can hear you. Can you see me?